Hi, this is Darman. Welcome to another Minecraft Let's Play video. In this video series, I'm showing you, yes, you, how to build Stampy's lovely world. And Stampy's head is on top of mine right now. If I just duck a little bit, he looks like I'm wearing his hat. Yeah, and so in the last video, we built, well, we didn't build this. We did that 2 videos ago. We started building the dunking booth. There it is. We did some good progress on this, and well, we haven't screwed it up yet, so, but the day is young. I do have a correction that I want to relay to you. Nicholas Booth, who's already in my love garden, thank you, Nicholas, he mentioned that wow, all right, first zoom of the game has already begun, that I did not, these 2 black pupils here are supposed to be dark green, and he said I even had the wool in my hand, but I just used the black for some reason. So yeah, let's make sure Stampy's got the right color eyes there. It should be the dark green one, or green, I guess it's really, I think it's just green, it's what it's called. Yeah, Dat Gaming, who was added in the last video, he also mentioned that we had talked about, oh, you can now build, you know, these mushrooms, you know, the elements are in the box now, but he also mentioned that if you do that, all the sides, I think, are, you know, this red polka dot, whatever, I guess it's white polka dots, and you don't get this, you know, this tan part on the inside. So, you know, there you go. That means you have to grow it if you want it to look like this. And I don't know, did I not put the flowers in the video? I don't know. These flowers should be in there. How about that? Anyway, so that's a couple things I wanted to mention before we get started. And I mentioned in the last video that when I build this fish bowl, I'm going to be using, in this case, I'm going to be using diamond. It's my favorite block to use when I'm not, when I'm trying to build something that I'm not going to keep. But in this case, I'm actually using it mostly because when you put it down, you can see the edges of it nicely, because you know the outside of it is nice and dark edges, so you can see my blocks a little better than if I were to build it out of glass. So that's exactly what we're going to do. That end is done. Nothing else to do there. We do have some torches and a little sign to put down there. We'll get to that later. The first thing I want to do is under here there should be a little target area, and right under that hole, which should be right in the middle of the thing, we want to change that out to red. Then we want to put a ring of white around it. Oops, that's red. I'm not colorblind, I promise. And here we go. And then, oops, and then a ring of red around that. And that I meant to do this in the last video, but I don't know. I'm old. What can I tell you? I just sometimes I forget what I'm going to do. I just say, well, I'll get to see as far as I go. Okay, so there we go. That would have been good to get done in the last video. So I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to build the bowl. I'm going to grab my diamond. What I'm going to do, you build out of glass. You hear me? Don't build out of diamond. Unless you really want to for some reason, but I think it would kill the whole effect of it if you build it out of diamond or something else. So we are going to, on each side, we're going to go right to the edge and put 5 blocks down, and we leave the corners empty like this, and we go around, and here we go. So this is how it starts. Now when he first built this, he also put the glass all over the top here of this thing, and that later went away, and we need to put ones in the corner like this. This is how it starts. So at this point we're going to go up and out 3 more times, and it's going to go straight up from that point. I probably shouldn't mention that. Let's just do it. All right, so this is a pretty standard Stampy up and out build that we've done, a technique we've used on many of his builds out here. So I've just temporarily, I put that 1 block there, and I put 1 out here, and I got rid of that because we don't want to keep that there. So we are just going to go around and we're going to build, you know, over these empty spaces. You know, we don't want to build on top of anything that's already here, and that goes for the whole build. We're just going to come out a little bit here, and there we go. So once I'm done building in diamond, I will have my helper come in and switch it to glass, and then you'll see the final result. And then at that point, I think we'll fill it with water and do that. And you know what? Before I forget, I want to put up, there's a little sign that goes right in this hole, and it goes on. It doesn't really matter where it goes, but you have to have it down there. And he's got it on that side, but you can put it wherever you want. It'll work just fine in any position whatsoever. So we've got 2 layers done. We're going to add one more. I'll just start here, bring that one out, and break that one. Just go all the way around one more time. Well, actually, not really one more time. We have to do it 2 more times, actually. But this is, there we go. This goes out one more, and then we start going up. So there should be 3 layers that go out successively. And then the 4th layer, it does still go out. But then, this is going to be the bottom of 5 layers, which goes straight up from here. Let me just get this. So maybe make more sense once I'm done. But hopefully this is easier to look at than the glass, because those little white borders on, you get little screens, or you guys watch it on phones. I know you are watching on tablets and stuff, because I get all these statistics from YouTube about that. So we've got 4 layers. Each one goes out, 1 block out. So the corners down here on each side should look just like this. And so from here, we're actually going up. We're going to add 4 layers on top of this, because there's a whole side here that's flat. And I might need to get my helper involved in this, but I'm just going to do one side. So that's a 2, 3, there's 3 total, there's 4 total, and then there's a 5th one. Originally when he built this, he did it with, this section was only 3 high, and assuming he thought, once he stepped back, I'm guessing he probably thought it looked a little squat, so he extended that up and redid it. Yeah, I think it was a good choice. And so on the inside, we're also going to, everywhere is going to go up to that level. Just keep going up, especially these inside corners. Although it's not really necessary for building purposes, but it is how he built it. So we're going to add 4 more layers on top of the rest of this to finish that off. And with that, you see that each side now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then underneath there's 3. And right now on top, we're going to do this exact same thing on top, and then we're going to add some bits on the outside to make it more rounder, which is what he did. So if you go plunge inside his, you're going to come up against these straight walls. It's not going to be curved, and this is how he built it. So let's see, we're going to go, so instead of going out 1, we're going to go in 1, same exact way. We're going to just temporarily put 1 there somewhere, doesn't matter where, and just as long as you just follow the pattern of going in and staying in, because we can defy gravity here and the magical world of Minecraft. It's very nice. So we're going to go around and around and around, and make sure you finish off these corners when you get to the end. Make sure you always have that one corner on the inside that is supposed to be there. And I'll just randomly pick this spot to do it from. And yeah, there's going to be definitely an update video I'm going to have to do, because we do have a lot of updates that came from not only from his 400th video, with his hit the target was at it again, and we have to do the Harry's house. We've got I don't know, I started making a list of things that I need to update, inside of Fizzy Elephant's house, which is the music tower and so forth. So yeah, we've got a bunch of things to update, and we can all stop commenting about how the house, Harry's house moved and the dog house moved down. We all saw the video, so we don't need to comment on videos as builds as they happen, because everybody's already seen it, so we're good to go. So all right, so we've got 1, 2, yes, wait, did I already do 3? Oh look, I already did 3. Wow, just that fast. Talking. Okay, so we have done 3 at this point, and now these. Oh, I don't have it on me. Well, all right. You know what? I was gonna put the spruce on, but the spruce goes right on top of this, just exactly on top. Doesn't go in or out. Just goes directly on top. But before we do that, we have to, on each side. This will be a little easier to illustrate on the side where the target is not showing. On this bottom layer, we're going to do absolutely nothing. So check, completed. All right. On the next layer, we're going to add 1 right in the middle. Next layer, we're going to add 3. Each layer is going to go out 1 block in each direction. So this is going to be 3. The next one is going to be 5. So you can put 1 in the middle, 2 on each side. Just make that one just a 1 block longer, and then same one here, there, and then this one should be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Then it starts going back in. Each time, again, it goes 1 block in. Oops. And then we go in 1 block there, and in 1 block here, and then that top one, we leave it alone, just exactly the same as the bottom. So it's perfectly symmetrical, top to bottom, and around and around. So with that knowledge, you can do that to all 4 sides, and it'll end up looking like this. Ta-da! There we go. And yep, this is it. This is the final shape. So this is, hopefully you're able to see clearly how this is built. And yep, there's nothing more to do to it except yours is done in glass. Mine is lovely, to be sure, but not terribly see-through, and not very fishbowl-y at that. So what I'm going to do is ask my magic helper to come and change this all out to glass. Wow, I am really glad I didn't try to build this with glass in the video, because look at it, it's hard to see anything, any shape that's going on here. Now when we put some water in, it gets a little bit easier to see, but during the building process, this is very difficult. So I'm glad, I'm kind of patting myself on the back that I chose to do it that way, because it's a little easier for, I think, you people to do it. So speaking of water, let's put some water in this thing. Now we've already got our sign, which you have to have it, otherwise the water gets all over the place. Now I think the way he did it is he just kind of went up. I think he filled up an entire layer and then just put water all on the bottom of that layer and just let it do its thing. That's an option. I'll tell you, you can do it however you want, whatever works for you. I'm going to show you the way that I'm going to do it. And the water should go right up to the bottom of, let's see if I can illustrate this. Maybe I'll use the diamond again. Right up, this should be the top layer of water. So it should be like where it goes straight up, the very last one that's straight, should have air, and then there's the 3 layers that we do on top of that. So there we go. So if you wanted, you could build a layer on top of this. Let's say you wanted to build a layer, all the way out, all the way across the whole thing, and then just under here, take some water, and then you would, I'm not going to do it, but you would, just point at the bottom of the blocks and attach all the water, and I think it should work. I think that should work. But I'm actually just going to fill it up 1 layer at a time, just to make sure everything's okay. Because actually, you know what? Let's build the what do you call it first? The goldfish, because we're gonna have to work around that. And maybe that was why I remember so strongly just going with the doing 1 layer at a time, because the goldfish gets a little tricky. So we're gonna use, let's see, the fish faces in this direction. The head is on this side, and the little fishy tail is on that side, and it's a total of 4 blocks long. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? Let's go. I'll tell you what. Let's put a block. I can't really put a block there, can I? All right. Let's start here, and temporarily I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 blocks here, and then the 4th block on top actually becomes part of the fish. So let's get rid of those other 3 blocks. So it should be 3 blocks away, from here. Now this is the back of the fish. So the fins are going to add 1 here, and then 1 on the top and the bottom, and then we're going to get rid of that one, and we're going to add 1 more orange piece here, and then just a jack-o'-lantern, the light-up version goes right. Oh, right. Oh, Stampy had the same problem. Okay, you have to add the jack-o'-lantern on top of something, so I'm going to put something temporarily here. Then we can put the jack-o'-lantern. There we go. Then we can get rid of that again. There's no way to really kind of center it because of the dimensions of it. You could, well, I mean, this is it. This is how he did it. So it should be the tail should be like right over the wood here, kind of not, one block away, as if, if this was one block lower, in other words, it would be touching over here. Oh, speaking of which, I wanted to mention that if you did this right, this outside part, this should be touching this red arrow, the target. That's correct. That one block should be touching that target. So that is correct. If that's happening and you're wondering if that is correct, and then wonder no more, because it is correct. So now we have the fishy in here, and what was his name? Not Bubbles. I hate it when I research this stuff and I forget about it. I didn't actually write it down. No, man, it's gonna drive me nuts now. All right, somebody's gonna have to tell me what the name of the fish was. So I'm gonna fill this up one layer at a time, doing exactly, just kind of putting water on the side, and then this should automatically fill in. Not quite. If I add one over here, it'll probably do it, and then one over here. Just want to make sure there's no streams at all. And this is the best method I know for making sure that there is absolutely no streams. I've used different techniques for filling up large bodies of water, but this is good for filling up small ones, like little swimming pools and fish bowls, so forth. Okay, did we got that one? All right, fishy, you're almost underwater. Oh, what is not Bubbles? Why do I keep thinking Bubbles? It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's gonna drive me nuts. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna wake up and like, oh, it was whatever it is. All right, so let's just keep adding here, and just remember we want to stop at this level right here, one below where it stops going vertical. And you can see there's no streams in the middle, even though I'm just putting it on the outside. As long as you're putting water, dumping water on top of other flat pieces of water, it basically treats it as like ground or for any other kind of block. It doesn't, it will just kind of fill itself in like this magically. I love this when this happens. Come on, go. I'll see the fish is interfering. No? All right, I got a little stream over here. I think if I just put a couple, it'll fix itself all the way across, and it did. Magic. All right, well, I think he's breathing okay. I don't think he's quite happy enough to be underwater. And gosh, what is that fish's name? It's gonna drive me. Bubble. Wait, no. I almost had it there. I swear. Bobbin. That's it. Bobbin. You can stop commenting. Bobbin. That was his name. I like that name. Somebody came up with that name for him, I think, and then he agreed to call him that. So this is our last layer here, and I think let's add a couple here, and then I think that should fill in nicely over there. And all right, there we go. So we don't want to fill it up. There should be 4 layers up here of glass, and fish is in there. Let's see how he looks down here. Yeah, so you can see the glass a little bit better with the having the water in there. And yep, there he is. Okay, all right, that's good. All right, so now on top of this, we just put 1 layer of spruce just right on top. Don't bring it in or out, as I mentioned earlier. Just put it directly, exactly over the top layer that's already here, and then we can get over and start building our tower here and do the redstone. Oh,
redstone alert, redstone alert, redstone alert.
Yeah, of course, we mentioned there's going to be redstone. And while I'm up here, I'm actually going to find the middle of this. It should be this. Yeah, 2 on this side, 2. All right, and I'm going to explain to you why in a little bit, but I just want to mark the middle of this because we want the hatch to be right over this when all is said and done, so we'll know that we have it in the right spot. So let's go over here and build this tower. So this is a 3x3 tower. Well, 3x3 by 18, is it? Yeah, 18 tall. And it just tacks itself right on here, but we want to start with black. So we're going to go with, it's going to go like this, it's going to go like a square like that all the way up, But for our purposes right now, we're going to leave this side off because we have to install the redstone, and we're going to do it from this side. It's the easiest. So we're just going to do 2 layers of black, 2 layers of white, all the way up. So it should be a total of 5 layers of 5 sections of black and 4 sections of white in between. In other words, like this, and then, if we just wanted to do one side of it, we could do that too. 2 here, and look at this place. It is just a vast wasteland of flat land, and in a few months, you're not even going to recognize this place. It's going to be just so much stuff here. Okay, is that it? 1, 2, nope, that's not quite. I need to keep going up. Obviously, I need to go higher than that. Duh. A lot of variations of that, I'm pretty sure. So we used growing up. Okay, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of black and white. Okay, so that should be the top part there, and then we can fill the rest in later. So for right now, let's put the top. Let's finish the top off on this because we need to. All right, we're going to need to switch some materials out here. Redstone. We should still use the proper color of wool. Oops, that is not the right color. Wool, white and black. Grab my redstone. This. Probably need some repeater. And well, let's grab our hatch that we're going to need later. Oh no, it's over here. There we go. Okay, so from here, let's finish this top slice here. This is going to go out. Let's see. This is 3 of black here, and then it turns. We use white wool. Well, actually, the middle. There's a black middle stripe. Oops, black in here, and this is the black middle stripe. It's going to be 1 block longer than the rest, and it's going to be 9 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is great because then this hatch gets attached to the bottom of that, and that will that's exactly over the middle of that. We know that for sure now, so that's perfect. So I can get rid of these. Don't need those anymore. So the white on each side is 1 block shorter, like this and like this, and we're just going to run or line a redstone this way right to here, right in the middle of this section here. We're going to put 1 redstone torch there, and it's currently lit up and the hatch is up, but that's okay. That once we're done, that will change. So we're running redstone vertically. In order to do that, of course, we're going to use redstone torches to get that signal up here. So we have to, put a block down and then have a space every other one and put a torch in those spaces in order for this to work. So that's going to look like this. We're going to put a white one. We'll just do a black and white and alternate, just since those are the colors are going to be in here anyway. And that one there and that one there. And we're probably, I think we have to, once we go underground, we're going to need to do that just a little bit more. I'm going to dig out a bunch of this that we're going to need to make a little room so that we can work down here easily. So we're going to dig down. I'm going to dig down 3. I think that's enough. And the only reason it wouldn't be is because of the redstone torches. So let's go. Oops, I'm bumping my head on the glass, aren't I? Yep, I sure am. All right, so we're going to put a redstone torch on each of these blocks that we've just put down. And when we do so, the one above it goes out. Like if I put this one down, that one goes out. So you're probably familiar with this process, but if not, this is why we do this, because positives and negatives offset each other. And I guess, so right now, now the top one is off, which is good. That's how it should be, but we still need to, well, we could do it. We need to run redstone to this block, or we could go, let's see, if we do this, then let's imagine this side. I just had a thought of, usually I dig down farther and just let it give myself a little more room, but we could actually do it this way. Imagine that this is the completed area and that this is the ground. We could do it this way. I'm gonna grab some dirt just so It's all sort of blends in here. Yeah, we can do that if we step into this. And then we can just run the redstone under these things. So let's go over here. We're going to dig out. I'm just going to kind of dig in that general direction and see where we are. And where are... Okay, so here... Yeah, we're going to have to go down one. I think this is... Yeah. So let me back up a little bit here. All right, so this is the layer of the bottom. So so this is the bottom of that area. So we are going to have to dig down one more layer because we need space between the black wool, which is here. And I'm going to grab a torch because this is going to get real dark real quick. All right, here we go. Let's dig this out here, make some room for ourselves. I'm just digging next to this. All right, make a little room here. Okay, so we're going to dig down one more so that what we can do is we're going to actually, let's leave the part that's under the black wool. We'll leave that at this level, just one spot in between. And I'm just going to dig around it so that I can kind of walk around it. You know, you can do however you want here, but you just, you know, there has to be only one block of space between this black wool and what's holding the redstone, which is now, I'm just going to spread all over this area, and you'll see it connect up with itself like that. And then here we just need to connect it with, well, we could do is, there's a bunch of different ways. You could just dig out more tunnel. We could just do this, fill this up a little bit. It's not critical how you do this, but and then just kind of, at some point we're going to need a little bit of power boost. So I'm just going to put it here, just so that we can not have to worry about that. So now I take this way. And this is sort of, oops, wrong button. I'll learn how to play this game one of these days, I swear. All right, so that's connected up. All right, well, let's find out if it's got connected up enough. So I'm going to drop the redstone on there, and it's laying on one of those, so it should be lighting up. Good, it is lighting that up. It is coming this way, and it looks like the signal is starting to get weak. And I don't know if it made it all the way up here. Let's see, it is lit. That is good. So over here, and the hatch is up. Oh, perfect. That's it. That's the redstone. How about that? So yeah, under here, there's no, you know, yes, there's probably a way exactly that he did it, but it doesn't really matter as long as you, there's that zoom again. As long as you get it to work. I think he dug down one more, and I think he went down like two more with the redstone torches, but because you have to, you'd have to add two more rather than one, because it would, you have to have what, you know, it work out so that that is off by default. So yeah, this is good. So then if we take this off of here, if we take off torch, or this thing that's laying on it off, the power goes off there. That's good. Power, oops, ouch. All right, power goes off there, and the hatch is down, so the person can stand right here. This view should look familiar if you watch his videos enough. Okay, it's good. Good. All right, so let's finish. We can just cover up the rest of the tower. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Look what I've done here. This is this is now going out too far. What have I done here? Okay, I think I just fouled myself up. I think that's exactly what I did. Yep, that's exactly right. Because if I do this, if I finish this tower like this, boom, it's going to cut off that redstone. Oh, no, it's not. No, that's okay. That should still work. Let's just double check. Let's double check. All right, let's throw down this repeater onto there, and it should be lighting everything up. Yeah, okay. All right. Nope, that's good. That will work. Good, 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 good. Let's get this off of there. All right, so at this point, we can just kind of close up this area, and just be careful. You know, take your time with it. And I'm going to have my helper finish closing this up. And we're going to just fill that all the way up to here. This remains one block thick. That's it, all the way over, right to, you know, to the black part where it's going to attach. So that's going to look like this when it's done. And then, so that leaves, I don't think I mentioned this part, this here, this should be 2 blocks away from this, once all is said and done. And the beauty of a lot of these builds is, you know, if you've made a mistake or decided to change something, you know, as long as this hatch is, well, as long as it's somewhere over the water, even if it's not in the center, and you don't feel like fixing it, then, you know, that works as long as you get in the water. That's the main point, is to, you know, have your friend shoot you down there, and then have this work and retract that. So anyway, that should be, just to confirm, that is 2 blocks away. If I could illustrate it with that, yes, it is two blocks away from the rim of that, and that's good. All right, so we just need to replace some grass down here, and then we can move on to doing some well, that's not grass, some finishing touches here. Uh-oh. Now this is the part where it's going to foul me up, because if I put the grass, then that's going to cut off the redstone. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is why I shouldn't change my plans when I build stuff, because I just think, oh, I think I just found a new, more efficient way. Yeah. Okay. Let's open this back up just a little bit, and let's look at the inner workings of this. All right. So if I put that grass, it's going to cut it off, because it's going to cut this corner of the grass, and that's no good. It's going to stop the redstone signal. If I can illustrate this way, put this here, and it's going to change this into like a blob, and it's no longer a line. That's no good. So what we have to do, which is what I said we should have done in the first place, but so we have to add 2 more redstone torches. So we got to put this one, you can't do just one, because now if you leave just that one, then this one will be lit up here, and that'll constantly be up, and that's going to ruin your game. It's not going to work right. So we have to actually dig down 1 more here, put a redstone torch there, and then that will fix that. Let's just double check it. Okay, so that is off. That is good. That's the way it should be. So now we've got to get the redstone into this block, and we can't just, we can't just run it into that way, otherwise it starts powering that, and that just creates a feedback loop. So we actually have to dig down just a oh, hello, water. Yes, my nemesis. I saw you yesterday. Now I'm stuck. I can't get out. What? Help! I'm drowning. No, I'm not. Okay. All right. So let's just get this up. Come on. Build this up a little bit. Here we go. Okay. So then we can just run the redstone down into the block. That's what we have to do. Okay. Oh gosh, I knew I was going to regret that, and I thought I just was feeling way too smart for just a minute there. So oops. So now we can put the ground back with no fear of anything getting interrupted, and let's do that. And I've got a torch down there to keep the googlies out, and I can rebuild this with a couple of blocks of black, and that should all still work. This should be off up here, and let's just drop piece of wool down there, and it should retract. Wait, where'd it go? Should it retract that? Yep, there it goes. Perfect. It takes a minute to get up there, the signal, but that's just because it's got a little ways to go, and it's got to switch on and off all those things up there. So that'll shut off. There we go. Perfect. Okay, it's working. Excellent. The game is now completely functional. We just have a couple little details to add. Namely, we need some torches around this thing. Let's see, down here. Oh, we need a ladder. That would be helpful. I mean, yeah, you could probably just fly up there if you're playing with your buddies. Oh, speaking of a thought in my head that I wasn't voicing, let's put the ladders in. When you play this game, you really need to be on, not creative mode, on a survival mode. And the reason for that is if you shoot this target, oh gosh, I'm sorry. If you shoot this target, it will destroy it, but if you're not in survival mode, it won't actually pop it off and make it land down here. It'll just disappear, So, that's just something I've learned. Most of these games, you'll need to put your setting on survival in order for it to work properly, some of them. So, you can still put it, everybody can wear armor or whatever, and you don't have to worry about dying, or you can still set the flying is okay and all that stuff. So but yeah, certain little things like that are only going to work if you are in survival mode. So we've got the ladder up here, the torches, let's see, right up on top here, there's going to be 2 right here, and that's it for the top. Down here we're going to put one right on this corner of the fence, and then directly across from it, and that's it. There's I would think that there would be one here, but there was not. So let's see, then the next ones are, right over, let's see, definitely on the corners. All 4 corners are going to have them on there. Let's see, this one and that one, and then let's see, starting here next to the fish bowl, if we go to the 11th block from here, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then there's one that goes directly across from that one over here, and then from here we're going to go to the 7th block here, so let's skip that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again straight across. And then the last one on this side, oh, actually that's it there. Let's see, then we're going to put ones on the edges of the fence here, and then there's one that goes straight all the way across here, right there, and then there's ones on the corner back here. And if this doesn't seem quite bright enough for you, feel free to stick more torches on. This is just how he does it. He doesn't have any torches on here, surprisingly. I thought there might be one like on the side or whatever. I think that would light it up nicely. And it looks like that's it, according to my little map of torches. And oh, you know what? We need to make a little doggy grave. I'm sorry to say, we're gonna have to make. We haven't had to make one of those in a long time in any of the builds. At some point, he learned not to invite the dogs along on the more dangerous missions, and he actually learned which those were, which is good. So let's see, right here, we have to build a grave for Arrow. I'm just going to dump my materials here. We're going to need a little gravel, a little oak, red rose. I think we need a torch. Oh, definitely a sign, of course. There, and I think that's, oh no, we need a item frame and a ink sac for reasons that I cannot remember. I'm sure somebody can chime in a comment to let me know where are they. They're in the decorations, aren't they, or something crazy. It's not it's not decorations, it's not transfer. Oh, there it is. I missed it last time. Okay, so we need to put down some oak. Oops, where's the oak? Here we go. Put 2 blocks of oak down here. We're gonna put the item frame, ink sac goes in here. There's torches that go on either side of it like this. Then just add 2 things of gravel here. Red rose goes here, and the sign goes underneath. And that's gonna say R.I.P. Arrow the dog. So there's an R period, I period, P without a period, and Arrow the dog. That starts on the 2nd line like that. Okay. Oh, and speaking of signs, we need to put a sign for the whole game, which goes right over here, that says dunking booth. And the D is capitalized, but the B is not. The booth is not capitalized. And just make sure you've got plenty of supplies in here for your friends you want to come in and play. And that's it. We're done. That wasn't too bad, was it? The glass bowl is really what I was really stressed out about how to explain to do it, but I think we got it. That seemed like a pretty good way to do it. Let's just double check to make sure that if I fall in here that I can get back out. Let's go down here, and yep, okay, that was just the one last thing I think I wanted to make sure worked. Let's double check the redstone. Let's just throw the sign down there, and it should release up there as that goes. And you know what, maybe I can illustrate. I'm gonna grab a bow and arrow, see if I can, well, a bunch of these. Actually, I don't really need that if I can do a bow. So if you're in here, and I'm not going to get in the cart, but if you're back here And draw your bow, and let's see if I can do this in one shot. Oh, okay, I got rid of it, but you see it disappeared. It just did not, did not drop down. So we'll replace that. Switch it to, let's see, how do I do this? Switch it to create survival. Here we go. Oh, there we go. And before I get killed by somebody, let's just shoot this thing, and it should be good there. And where did it go? What happened? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, it fell down, and my invisible friend is currently getting wet and coming out. Okay, so that's what I mean by that. You just need to go in survival mode to play a lot of these games. Not the creeper coaster. You won't need to do that. So all right, we're done this, and what are we going to do next? What on earth are we going to do next? Well, I'd like to get kind of this intersection done. I'd like to get the Duck Fling and the bunkhouse, and the tree train just gives me a headache even thinking about it. I do have the inner workings of the tree train running in my Stampy download seed. I still have not actually built the tops of the trees because they are really complicated and it's really impossible to get exactly right. And so we're just going to throw out the window that they will be exactly right. We're going to work on an approximation. This one has a face on it. We'll definitely get that one on there. And so, we're not going to do that next. But I think, well, we're kind of working counterclockwise here. How about we do the Duck Fling next? And what is that? Oh, this is my helper was put up a sign when we were building. It says 9 million years later, billion. It took, you lay down a lot of grass. It gets real boring real quick. Anyway, so yeah, there we go. That is the dunking booth, and I know exactly where I'm going to end my video. I hope they can see me when I'm down here. I'm going to end right here. There we go. I'm Dorman68.